Well, this debate does allow a chance for everyone running for the White House to have their say ahead of 2024.
So what do these four challengers have to do to wrestle the nomination from President Trump and set themselves apart? Let's bring in our NewsNation newsmakers for their take. Professor at Washington University in St. Louis, Dr. Liberty Bittert, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State during the Obama administration, Joel Rubin, and Associate Research Scholar and Lecturer at Princeton University, Dr. Lauren Wright. Thank you all three for being here ahead of such a big day. Dr. Wright, let me just start with you on this one. It seems like everybody we've been talking to says ahead of tonight, this evening really seems to be like it's going to be a showdown between DeSantis and Nikki Haley. It's kind of theirs for the taking. Do you agree with that and your thoughts ahead of this evening?
I do. And I also agree with the governor that we need to have substantive policy discussions on big stages like this, but I absolutely do not think that's what's going to happen. And I think for Nikki Haley, the zingers against Ramaswamy, that's what's been, helping her in the polls so far. And so unfortunately, we do have a show business entertainment context, but the skills required to succeed in this environment are those skills. They're the skills that make you stand out. And so the more personal jabs, the sharper the jabs, probably the better for the candidates. I don't know if that's good or bad for democracy, but it is entertaining, and that's what gets attention. It's a cumulative effect.
Well, Joel, as Lauren points out, this is entertainment with those one-liners, but beyond that, the systems in play here, all of these candidates, no matter what their future holds, are going to be in some form or fashion leaders and decision makers at some point in the future. I mean, very likely. What is the importance of tonight? And you're smiling there, but what is the importance of tonight? Whether or not they make it to the White House, that's a different question. But in terms of decisiveness, in terms of bringing forth real solutions, in terms of giving the American people some meat to chew on, do you think that that is important tonight?
I mean, Adrienne, we're not running for the lead clown here. We're running for the person who's going to have their finger on the nuclear button. We're running we're watching this competition being about those who will make decisions that affect all of us directly in our pocketbooks, affect the future of our environment, affect the future of issues of war and peace. As Governor Gilmore pointed out about the war in Ukraine, which is so crucial to American national security. So this, to me, should not be a joke debate. This should not be a name-calling debate. This should be the debate for the normal America, the America that actually wants to have somebody running on the Republican ticket who cares about American democracy and promoting values and ideas and policies that advance the benefit of the United States, not just their own personal ego. And I fear that that's what we're watching, is that we have this sort of dual track competition in the Republican Party, which is one track of normal candidates who want to advance the country for the benefit of all of us, which should be the folks you have tonight. And congrats to NewsNation for hosting this. And then there's this other track called Donald Trump, who is already making it clear that he wants revenge and ego to be the dominant themes of his presidency or kingship, maybe, as he'd like to have it. So I fear that voters are going to see a normal window, and then the crazy is going to come soon thereafter, after Iowa starts voting.
Yeah, we're about to get to some comments that he made during a town hall last night. But Dr. Bittert, let me just ask you, what are you going to be watching for tonight? Just how consequential is tonight going to be, and the stakes that are truly on the table here for these four on stage?
I think the bigger picture here is something that we need to understand. With the new DDHQ NewsNation poll that came out, it showed that by far the biggest issue facing Americans right now that they feel is inflation, which means the economy, how you feel after you leave the grocery store. And it's very easy to get people to vote against something. It's much harder to get them to vote for something. So all four of these candidates on stage tonight need to convince the American people to vote for them to fix the economy, and that they can do a better job of that than Donald Trump. And I'd say good luck with that, because it is not going to be an easy feat.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.